Oh shit. Yo, people. What we saying? What we spraying? Back again with another stream. And obviously, been in the been in the works for a very long time, been trying to get Roms and finding a way to get Roms on the channel in a more consistent way. And we found a way because my club is battling his club for the Premier League title. Well, in my opinion. I know in Rom's opinion and a lot of Liverpool fans' opinion, that's not the case. But I think it is, isn't it? So we're here every Wednesday, 11 a.m. We're going to talk about the title race. I think it's great today because obviously you man played today, so obviously there's some stuff to talk about there. But people, before we do go anywhere, just make sure you're liking the video. Let's get some likes real early, get as many people in the building, expose this to as many people as possible, and get more people subscribing to the channel. Obviously, I'm on my way to 5K. So, yeah, just make sure you're subscribing, sharing with your bedrooms and all them things there. Obviously, Romz, you get me, he's working on his own thing, Football Verbal. The link is in the description. Make sure you're going over there and supporting his thing. And you know what? I don't know how many people that jump in here will know about what your thing is. So obviously, shout out your thing. Let the people know what you do. And yeah, let's try to get some traction over there as well.
Yeah, bro, just football. But if you know, he started on Snapchat mainly, and he's had a YouTube because my brethren's thing. But he's like, you know what? I want this to be a collective. Like, let's all start running pods on the channel. So yeah, bro, we started running pods for about a year. It was on another channel. There was politics. We were like, no, we need to do it on your thing. And then yeah, so every week we drop an episode, bro. Drop an episode. It's in studio thing. It's more like a roundup, but there'll be fun challenges. That I mean, you'll get some like maybe some footballers here and there come on. So yeah, man, it's proper. It's proper. But yeah, you lot go check that out, man. You go check that out.
And you know what? Yeah, I always say it. Yeah, but hella famous, man. Man, say you get footballers on the channel. You know, I hear it, man. I big up Michael Thomas though. Puppy love title race, Liverpool title this season. I keep on saying Anfield 89. And how's about that? And Michael Thomas pulled up in the chat, and we all know Michael Thomas is the reason why 89 was in Arsenal's favor, innit? Some would
You know
say,
what, Hooks, bro? Do you know what? I'll be real. I watched the film. The film was mad, didn't it? Obviously, they recreated it, and that the film was mad. Cause obviously, me and you weren't there for that. But
yeah,
when I speak to like my uncles, my dad, they were like, "Bro, we were the best." Some would say we were the best in the world at that point, and it was against all odds. And you couldn't even win 1-0. I think you needed to win back 2 goals, in it, because of goal difference and that. So I can't lie. That's an achievement you lot can shout about, bro, because that imagine if we were living in that time, bro. You would have been showing us for years, bro. For years.
Imagine there was social media at them times. Yeah, people would have gone bust
Do you know what
commercial.
I'd say, Hooks, bro? It's unfortunate for you lot because most fan base will agree, yeah. Like I'd say probably both our fan base are the most unbearable, but when it comes to social media, Arsenal are the number one. I think most people unanimously will agree. Imagine if social media started when you lot in your invincible times and you're winning doubles. It would have I can't lie, it would have been long. It would have been long. It would have been long.
What? Imagine I had my YouTube account when we went invincible. By the way. People think Arsenal. Well, do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? I've had enough of defending the Arsenal fan base on Twitter, and I can't lie. The Arsenal fan base on Twitter is absolutely disgusting. Like some of the stuff that they say, yeah, is absolutely crazy. Yeah.
Do you know what I saw yesterday, bro? And I know you saw it. Yeah, there's a table which an Arsenal fan formulated about VAR, and he tried to twang everyone and put Sky Sports in the corner. Bro, I was like, you know, even I got twanged a bit. I was like, I went on all of Sky Sports official things out there, Insta, their Twitter. I couldn't see it. Then someone said, look closely, you'll see it's formulated by Arsenal fan. And I see it. I was like, come on, bro. Like, can't be. We know you've been, like, you have been shagged by VAR this season, but you don't need to make a table, bro. Because even I got swindled. I thought it was actually a legit thing. I see the Sky Sports thing, and I was like, no, this is a bit mad. But yeah, man.
They go to stupid lengths. I won't lie, they do go to stupid lengths. And I mean, you know what, yeah? Just quickly, because obviously we're talking about Arsenal being twanged by VAR, yeah. I want to know, yeah, obviously, what's your opinion on first, yeah, the fact that Konate wasn't sent off, yeah, for kicking the ball away, which I thought, you know, when you kick the ball away and you're wasting time, that's a yellow card. I've been told that's a yellow card. I've suffered from that on multiple occasions. It seems like
Wait,
only I am allowed to suffer from that one there. Yeah.
you mean kicking the ball away in the Wolves game?
Yeah. When Kanate did the foul, he got the yellow card, and then not only did he kick the ball away, he scooped his foot under the ball and flicked it off the pitch. Like there couldn't be any more intention than to waste time. Like I want to know what is your opinion on that one
Do,
there?
do you know what? My opinion on that is, I'll be real. I don't think that was a second yellow. Do you know what I think? Because Kanata should be off, but let me tell you the situation where I feel he should have been off. Yeah, I think that one. I hit obviously Arsenal fans will feel aggrieved. They're like, we're getting done for all this, and other clubs are just getting away scot free. But where I have to be honest, I think I see that actually big up here. But where I think Kanate, and I have to be honest here, should have been sent off, because had this been someone did it to when it comes to these situations, Hooks, I always put myself in the opposition's shoes. That if this happened to my club, when I feel mad, when he like ran into the player, and you know how I know he was on Finn Ash. Remember when he kind of not elbow, but like he charged into the player.
Yeah.
For me, that was worthy of a second yellow, because you even had Carragher on commentary saying, "Oh no, it wasn't a yellow, whatnot." And then when he's seen it, I think someone then corrected him. He's like, you know what? I can see why it is worth a yellow. Well, then it is a yellow. Then it didn't really make sense. I think that's what he should have been sent off for. I wouldn't really say the kicking away the ball. And this is the thing, Slot, he's very like smart, these things, because he knows if a player's running on a thin rope or whatnot, he hooks them off. It happened the game before against Everton. Someone else was on a yellow. Was it Bradley? I think it was Bradley, and he's taking him off, because when if you leave them off for an extra 5-10 minutes, like what's the saying? Emotions are high. Like you can't really be getting reds in this running. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, for me, Kanate should have been sent off, but not for the situation you brought up. For the one after that, in my opinion.
Okay. And the second thing, yeah, I want to know what's your opinion. Obviously, you got the penalty, and I think the inside the box, the Jose Sarr on Diaz penalty all day penalty. But a certain somebody pushed a player leading up to that penalty. Should it have been called as a foul before being called as a penalty?
But the thing is, I think sometimes you got the wrong perception of me. Twitter, I'm a troll, but I tweeted, bro. I tweeted at the time, like that penalty shouldn't have been allowed, because he did. I think it was I forgot his name, but their new centre back, which is quite decent, he charged into him, and again, some Liverpool fans are like, "No, big up for being honest." Some are like, "Oh, stop saying that like it was a foul." But I always say we can't say that, because when it happens to our players, we're the first to scream and shout. Do you get it? So I have to be objective. I have to be fair. But he did run into him, bro. Because again, if that's, I don't know, if that's Van Dijk or Kanate that run into a player, but then advantage gets played, and then they get a penalty after, I'm fuming, bro. I'm actually fuming. So yeah, bro. For me, it shouldn't have been a pen, bro. It shouldn't have been a pen, bro. I'll be real. And the Jota thing, I hold my hands up. This is my favorite attacker, bro. Jota is my guy. He's my favorite attacker, but he knew what he was doing there. Like he kind of moved his leg into my man, like the momentum as he was getting challenged. This is what I mean. In real time, I was even screaming pen. Then the minute you see the replay straight away, bro, it was mad. It was mad for that. It was mad. But that Wolves game, bro, it just overall close calls. That's the worrying thing about tonight, yeah. Because we got 5 games, and I think, was it 5 games in 15 days? We got another 3 in the next 9 or 10, yeah, including today. We might have to rotate, and I know it's mad to rotate in a title race, but not Kanate, Gravenberch and McAllister look tired, bro. Like there was times you watched the game, and there was times on the transition they looked like they were running in treacle. So Slot needs to be. I might even go as far as giving Endo a start tonight, because one of them need a rest, and Aston Villa got better. You're probably Arsenal fans. This is the bit where you say, "See Liverpool getting lucky again," but Aston Villa got better injuries. A lot of their industrious midfielders, like your Kamara and Anana, both of them are out. So they're going to play like a Tielemans, players that like to control the game, slow down the game, but they're not the most energetic. So yeah, man, I think today we might have to rotate in that. But back to what you were saying with that game, Konate for me should have been sent off, but for the second situation, and I think the penalty for me we shouldn't have got, bro. Diaz does budge into the centre back, man.
Okay, see, you know what? Yeah, you need to start being more like this on Twitter, innit? Because
No. Twitter's for the trolling, bro. Twitter's for the trolling. I'll be sensible on this channel. You get objective. Twitter's just a bit of fun, isn't it?
I hear it. I hear it. So look, like obviously, before we start talking about what's to come, like I think the last game week was like the christening of the title race, innit? Because I believe both teams were in scenarios where really and truly you could have argued they shouldn't have won the game or couldn't have won the game. Like that's how, in my opinion, I think Arsenal, especially in that first half, we didn't look like we wanted to win the game. Like the performance was poor. Obviously, Arteta, I'm hearing some calling it in-game management masterclass, brought on Batman, you know, to support Robin over there on the right wing. And he got 2 goals and we went on, we got the 3 points. And then I'm like, okay, in my opinion, that's a title winning result. Yeah, that's one of those title winning results. And then the very next day, I was like, look, cool. Arsenal put the pressure on Liverpool. Liverpool can't really rest on their laurels now because Arsenal have closed the gap to 4 points. If you guys don't get the win, it's looking very spooky. And I even think a lot of Liverpool fans would start talking like, oh, okay, we took Arsenal for granted, didn't it? You guys, I think in the first half was amazing. Like I'm surprised you just wasn't smoking them more than what you did.
Yeah, I agree.
Second half wasn't Liverpool like. I'll be real. And maybe it is because you're tired. Maybe it is players are getting tired now. So you then went on to secure the win. Yeah. Now, in my opinion, another title winning result. Yeah. Like there's a lot of Arsenal fans that are saying, oh, cracks are showing rah. Maybe so. But at this point in the season, all that matters is grinding out those results, grinding out the results. And that's what you lot did. So I think that was the christening. Both teams are, I guess, not really neck and neck because 7 points is it's a gap, innit? I won't lie. It's a gap. I would like the gap to be smaller, but I do think that Liverpool, especially the players and the manager, maybe not the fans, but I definitely think the players and the manager are now sitting there thinking, okay, Arsenal are about this life. So we'll see what I go on in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we'll see what I go on. Just on, I guess, on the Arsenal side, like, did you watch the Leicester game and like what was your like, I guess, overall opinion on it?
I watched the full game and I agree with you. Like, first half, the thing is, I always say, some fans get carried away. Oh, we had more of the ball. That means nothing if you don't get the result. Of course, Leicester are poor this season. They will go down. But first half, it was one of them games where you had the ball, but there was no real penetration. I didn't ever feel like you would score. And the chances you got were more half chances. They weren't clear cut in it. Your bright spot was Ethan Nwaneri. And I said, I think he can get 10. Some people thought it was a bit mad, but I think he can get 10 league goals from now to the end of the season. He's already on 3 or 4. Right? I think he's that good. I think you have one of the best young players in world football. I'll go as far as saying that he is unreal. But the first half, for whatever reason, I think the like synergy between him, Trossard, and Sterling weren't really there. Every time Sterling got the ball, because Justin had to come off in it, and they had some other right back come on, clamping Sterling every time. And I think this is why I'll call it a masterclass by Arteta, because he recognized this ain't Sterling's game here. Let me take him off. Put in Marino. Say what you want about Marino. He has a presence doing it. He's got quite a big stature. So, you know, if balls go into the box, he will attack them. Now, I remember he bagged against us at the Emirates, in it, that bullet headed. Do you know what I mean? So I think it was a masterclass because Arteta recognized, look, and where if put it like the second half, if there was going to be a goal, I thought it would be for Mary. Hit the woodwork twice, innit? Yeah. But that ball I think it was the first one, the weight of the ball, bypassing defenders, quality ball, and then Trossard's assist for the second goal. But I agree with you. I think first half, you was at the inverse. First half, our game, I think we were scintillating. We should have blew them away. Like the game should have been done first half, but we didn't put away our chances. Second half, I think fatigue kicked in. For you lot, it was the reverse. First half, you were controlling the game, but no real penetration. Second half, you looked like you would score with most attacks once that substitution was made, innit? So I agree with you. I think it was the Christian because both teams got that ugly win. Both got that ugly win. And I think this stage of the season, like you said, you need them championship wins. Bro, cooked, and I think you'll agree. I'll take 13 more 1-0 wins, bro. Just get me that title. And you'll probably say the exact same thing. I'll take 13 more 1-0 wins because maybe at the start of the season, you want to see a performance and you want the 3 points. When you're going for a title race, you just want the 3 points, bro. You don't care how big up, Mr. Stockball. You don't care how it looks, bro. You don't care how it looks. So the way I see it is, I agree with you. Both games were a Christian, and I actually will go as far to say, I think Liverpool and Arsenal in the rest of their Premier League games, I think you'll see a lot more than performances where both of us aren't really. It doesn't look pleasing to the eye, but we get the 3 points. Do you know what I mean? Because you said at the start of the show, I think the title race is done. I think we win the league, but I'm one of these Liverpool fans that I've stayed consistent. I've never said it will be one at a canter. Some of our fans said by the time we play you, like guard of honors and that. I'd love that. Don't get twisted. I love that. But I don't think that will happen, bro. I've always said I think my club win the league, but by the last game of the season, it will still be on. Like I think both teams are going to drop points till the end of the season. I've been consistent in that. So yeah, I just think both teams got that championship win. I think we have another one tonight. I know we'll probably get on to tonight's game, but they've got a lot of injuries. We need to take advantage. I think in our last 16 games, Premier League games, we've only lost once to Villa. I think 2 draws, and the other like 14, bro, are wins. So we got a good record there. I think it'll be another ugly win. And will I take it? 100%. Do I care if it looks pretty? No, just get me the 3 points, bro. Get me them 3 points.
And the thing about Arsenal, yeah. So this is why I personally think we had a not so great first half, yeah. Obviously, aside from the injuries, and we're playing not with our first forward line, but Arsenal over the last, I'd say, season and a bit, have been used to playing with a target man as the striker, like a guy that's a bully in the air, can duel in the air. That's how we've been playing. And the start of that game, like we just had short kings. It was just short kings. So it's like the wingers, that are used to like feeding the ball into the box to someone that can actually win the ball in the air wasn't there. So we kind of had to play a bit different. So obviously we're learning to play a bit different, and learning how to play different in the middle of a title race is, if we manage to do it, I think that's something that Arteta needs to be given big props, because we've literally changed our way of playing. So that's why I feel like when Mourinho came on, we kind of reverted back to type. We reverted back to what we're used to, having that person up top who can win the ball in the air, who is a dual monster, who is a presence in the air, who can hold up the ball and bring other players in. So we kind of went back to our normal way of playing, which is why we went on to win the game. So that's why, and obviously Arsenal don't play West Ham until Saturday. By the way, big up, my birthday on that day. Make sure people are here for the stream. I do expect presents. I do expect gifts. And if I don't get any, then I'm going to be challenging the village to whoever they want to be in this village. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. So that's why I think, because obviously we'll talk about Liverpool game, just skipping a bit ahead to the Arsenal game. I think going forward, for us to have the best opportunity of challenging Liverpool for this title, we have to play Mourinho up top. Like, I just feel like we have to, because it's how we're used to playing. Like, he's not a striker. Yeah, he's gonna make mistakes. Yeah, he's not gonna bang in every game. He's not gonna score in every game. I'm under no illusion that he's scoring in every game. But him being up there will bring extra benefit to Nwaneri. Because he will be the outlet that can, I guess, take some defenders away from him and give Nwaneri more space. And do
you know why you're spot on, bro? Because that first half you saw, and where he was getting the ball, and there was no one really to link up with, because Odegaard at times, but trust. When I say link up, I mean your forward line. Obviously, Odegaard's on the other side. Sorry, Sterling was on the other side, and I think Trossard and Sterling were actually interchanging. But I didn't even look at it like that, bro. You're spot on, because the last 18 months you've had a Havertz up there where, like, if you need to go route one, you go route one. Even if it's not route one, no. If you just put balls into the box, Havertz scored quite a few headers last season. But I think you're spot on, because the minute, and where he weren't really crossing, because like you said, short kings, he's thinking, I can't really cross to Trossard and Sterling. The minute Mourinho come on, I think he made like 2 crosses within the first couple minutes, bro. So you're spot on, bro. And I didn't look at it like that, but after that performance, I think, especially league, I think Champions League's horses for courses in it, like because I think you lot can now play. I think it's
PSV.
either Juventus,
Sorry,
PSV, or
final,
or
final, final, didn't it? Because final,
Feyenoord. So, and I think all three of them teams you're better than. So I think that quarterfinals you should make. But I think Premier League, where it's a bit more physical, like the defenders are a bit more robust, I think Marino's tailored for that. So I hear you. Like you would have to start. Like, you'll probably have to start.
Yeah, he does. He does have the
I make it clear, like if you want an objective from things on Twitter, let me quickly just break this down, Hooks. Yeah. Even if you're serious on Twitter, people won't really take you seriously. I'm like, I might just play with it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just a bit of fun. Where I always say YouTube and that you get the more objective. But like I was saying, I think what you said, Hooks, and this is what I mean. You know your club better than me. I didn't see it like that. I thought even though Marino scored the 2 goals, I think he will still stick with that and where he's Sterling and Trossard. What I would say though, I know. Look, I've been seeing a lot of things recently where Sterling started playing Premier League football at 17 for us, bro. So maybe he would peak a bit earlier than the average footballer because he's starting a bit earlier. However, Sterling's won league titles. He's been in title races and experience is key. So Arteta's got that dilemma because I know Sterling didn't play well against Leicester, but sometimes you need them run of game. Look, I think Sterling, I'm not gonna say he's done, but I don't think you're ever gonna get that level of performance. But there might be little moments in games where that experience is needed because he's won 2 or 3 league titles, bro. The guy's won stuff where I think it could be key. I think it could be key in your power race. Do you get
Sterling? Sterling is an annoying one for me because he's got the experience, but I'm just not seeing it on the pitch. I'm really just not seeing it on the pitch at all. Like, not even close. Like, it's not even like he's playing at like a 6 out of 10. With like, I can see, okay, if he gets a few more games, he'll slowly build up to a 7 or an 8 out of 10. He's nowhere near that.
Yeah, I hear
He's nowhere near. The most I can hope from Sterling is maybe in that one game where it's like 0-0 or 1-1. He just pulls out a goal from nowhere. And it's like, okay, that's just 3 points that would have been won. That's the only thing that I can see from him. And obviously, hopefully he does it. But I just don't see it. And I won't lie. I've said this before. I was one of the people that got gassed when Sterling came. But the reason why I got gassed, is because the video was gassed. Man pulled up at night time in the big Puma with the lights, bro. I thought it was like the start to a gigs video, bro. I was like, raw, what? I thought Blade Brown was gonna pop out the other side of the whip, bro. That's how greasy it looked, bro. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna do something. But he just, for whatever reason, he just hasn't been given the chance. The one thing I said at the start of the start-ish of the season is there was no point of us signing Sterling if we wasn't going to give him minutes, because the scenario we're going to run into is, and it happened, we're going to come to a point where we need to rely on Sterling, but he hasn't built up any kind of match fitness.
He's a player that needs rhythm. You're spot on, because it's not like a Saka or Odegaard. Remember when Odegaard first come back, got an assist in his first game, that Chelsea game, I think, or he come back. It was one game where he come back, got an assist straight away. Yeah. Saka, I think we can all agree. Saka will probably come back and get GA in his first game, bro. He's just that guy. Yeah. So Sterling's one of them players that needs 3 or 4 games, like rhythm, to get going. Unfortunately, you're in a title race. There's no time for that. Do you know what I mean? There is no time for that whatsoever. So I agree with you. You were saying maybe if the game's 0-0, 1-1, Sterling could just pop up out of the blue. I think that would be more of a Trossard and Wary to get you over the line. I think, you know what Sterling will be good for? Let's say it's a 2-1 game and you're under the cosh, bro. Maybe that player just to run it into the corner, waste time. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think Sterling will be, this is where I think his title winning experience can come in. He'll be good for seeing out games, maybe with his pace, bro, to maybe run it to the corner flag or just frustrate. But in terms of getting that winning goal, that'll be more from a Trossard or Unwary. Because I said when you signed Trossard, I wanted us to sign him. For me, he's not your best, but he's your most natural finisher at the club. I think left foot, right foot. I think Trossard's that guy. So I think you'll see a lot of goals from. I think you're going to have a lot of tight games from now to the end of the season. And the 2 players that will win you, 3 players actually, Gabriel from set pieces, because, bro, that guy always seems to get his head on the ball, whether it's a goal or it just goes wide. Gabriel, Trossard, and Marino now, because Marino showed me both of them 2 finishes, by the way. They're not necessarily the easiest. Some might say, come on, he was at point blank range. But if you look at the first one, the defender jumps. That can put you off. Maybe you might meet the ball in a different way and it goes wide. So I think the first finish was good. And the second one, obviously, it came in at a pace, innit? And to hit it hard and low. And it's not even just that. Marino's had a few finishes this season where I'm thinking, was you a striker as a youth or something, bro? Because even that bullet header against us, I was fuming. Remember it went to VAR. I was praying. I hope VAR ruled this out. But he seems like he's got a little bit of a finish. And I think you've given me a different perspective because I didn't think he would now be a starter. I thought maybe Marino's seen as... Actually, let me ask you this, yeah? You're saying Marino will probably now be that starter, but do you think Arteta can he'll keep using him in the way he did for the Leicester game, where he might keep using him as that impact sub? Do you think that could be a possibility as well?
Yeah. I can... I don't want to think about that potentiality because I don't want that to happen. Because I think that's very naive, in my opinion. Because now it's like you've seen something happen once, and you're just thinking, it's always gonna happen.
I hear you.
So I honestly think, if anything, I think it should be the reverse. I think that Arteta should view it as, I didn't really know that this was possible. Like, he had an inkling that maybe he could help out in some way, but he definitely didn't know that he was gonna bag like that. There was no way that he knew he was gonna bag like that. So cool. Our next game is West Ham at home. Yeah. No disrespect to West Ham, but I think that's an easy game at the Emirates. If it was at their ground, I'd be like, okay, maybe it might be a bit tricky. But at our ground, I think it's a fairly easy tie. So
can I just say, bro, hold your horses, because that's the game you lost last year, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm well aware.
Hold your horses.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm well aware. But just like how I said, Leicester away is probably the game you could experiment with Wanyeri. Yeah, because what I thought we should have done is play the more senior players in the roles that they're accustomed to and comfortable with and have been playing their careers, and use this game as like, okay, Arteta's spoken about it before. Wanyeri as the false 9, the guy that got confidence, no fear. Just go. Do you know what? It's Leicester. Go and see if this works, because we're in a position where we now have to find out if there is anything that we was unaware of. Can we use it? Yeah. So cool. Boom. If you're not going to start Marino, I would like to see Wanyeri in the false 9, because for one, Trossard for me, in that when he played as the 9, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Like, him and Sterling were offside too much. Like, and do you know what? Fair play to Trossard. Like, over like the last maybe year, he hasn't played 9 for Arsenal. He's been playing on the left wing. So when you're playing left wing, you're used to playing a certain way. To then go straight into the 9, you got to like, whoa, like there's so many, you got to play differently, innit? And you're just not used to it. So I would like to see Trossard on the left, Sterling on the right, because I do think that Sterling's best position is on the right, and then Wanyeri, either Wanyeri or Marino in the middle. If you're going to play Marino in the middle, then I would say put Wanyeri on the right, and then have Sterling on the bench, come off as an option. And that's just how I think we should do it. We know Arteta is he's a reverter type guy. Like we know as soon as certain players are back, they're playing. Like, he will always revert to the way he's comfortable with. So I feel like against West Ham, we'll probably start with the same lineup. It'll probably be the exact same lineup. Like, probably the exact same lineup. But I don't want to see that. And you know, when you start thinking about things a bit more, which people don't often do on YouTube, you know, because YouTube seems like a space where it only matters about lifting trophies and signing players. Like, when you look at Marino in the 9, one thing that you got to kind of think about is Marino playing in the 9 actually helps out Declan Rice. So now you won't have Declan Rice having to charge up and down, up and down, up and down, because you
Mm.
got Marino, who's very good at dueling. He will intercept the ball higher up the pitch. So it allows Rice to conserve a bit more energy, which will then allow him to be more impactful as the games go on. So Marino being in the 9 actually helps out the midfield more, and it helps us control the midfield a lot more.
Do you know why you're spot on? Because there was even a situation at Leicester game where, remember, Rice made the third man run, but that was before
Yeah.
Marino come on. With Marino on the pitch, he's not really having to make that because he would invade Marino's space, if that makes sense. So no, you're spot on still. Yeah, I didn't look at it like that. Bro, have you ever thought of being a coach, bro? Like you're tactically, you get it. You know your stuff still.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, like I'm actually a smart guy when it comes to. Do you know what the thing is? Yeah, I think because people see me on like Never a Foul a lot and Big Six Bants a lot, and if you follow like my TikTok and my Instagram, I'm currently in my phase of trolling Newcastle and Liverpool fans because I've got them on ropes at the moment on social media.
Vice versa, bro.
Do you know what I mean? I've got them on ropes, yeah. But I mean, if you actually sit down with me and actually have a proper conversation about football, and I have them a lot with.
No, I know this because I've had them in person with you, and I've had them.
Like you've been on streams with like there's been streams where sometimes me and D will just be on and like the stream's only meant to be an hour, but then it's like it's all got 2-3 hours and we're just talking about like tactically around Arsenal, innit? Like, because for me, that's the fun part about football is like hypothesizing and thinking about things that you can do and make. Because I'm pretty sure like in your like when you're doing like maybe not necessarily streams, but like when you're talking with like fellow Liverpool fans or you're talking with like your bedrooms, that's like not like a streamer. Do you know what I mean? Because streamers are like a certain type of people. You talk about football in a different way. Naturally, you just talk about football in a different way. I and on top of everything, and I say this a lot to people, people don't realize, in my career, like the last 4-5 years of my career, obviously I'm doing this full time at the moment, but I was a coach. Just not in sports. I was a coach of in like a different discipline. So I've always had to think about how to get humans to like a state of high performance and to be able to deliver and to hit targets and to hit goals. And I've had to worry about like, are they happy? Are they sad? Like, what's stopping them? What's blocking them? All of them things there. So
I didn't even know that, but that makes sense because of how you were speaking. That's why I said to you, bro, have you thought about being a coach? Now you're telling me you've been one, but because the way you're kind of breaking down Arsenal, I was like, hold on, you've probably been in a position where you've probably had to delegate certain stuff to people. That makes sense. Still. Makes
100%. And it's better to talk about football in this way. Like, this is why, it's sick that you're coming up with a title race, because I know that like it's not gonna be like banter in it. It doesn't mean I like banter, but like not all
we're
the
gonna
time,
actually break things down like logically and our fact, because do you know what hooks like you said, there's a lot of channels where when you go onto certain channels, it's gonna be the trolling, cussing from start to finish. But then some other channels where you're gonna speak more logically. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with either or because it depends what you're interested in. If you just want to troll and get at someone, there's channels for that. But then there's other channels for having a proper logical it is. Jay's actually right. I think I pronounced that well, but it's actually when you first heard that name, half-timehooks, I was like, that's proper still. But then there's certain channels where you speak more logically, bro, and that's it. But I know when you said, bro, we need to run a title race once a week stream, I was like, I'm down, because I knew it wouldn't be Arsenal are dead, Liverpool are dead. We're gonna be we're gonna break it down properly. You know what I mean?
Obviously, man, because we have to, man. And obviously, big up Bron Breaker with us. You get it, man. Romz. Would MLS/Timber and Rice start for Liverpool?
MLS right now, yes, because both our left backs, in my opinion, I brought big respect for Robert and Simi, especially Robert. But there's a reason why we're linked with Kirkeze, Nori, Jarrell Hayter. We need a starting left back now. Robert's legs are declining, and I personally don't think Simi's that good. But so MLS definitely. Timber, no. Like Trent, I'm not having no one over my Trent. Obviously, I think he's gone, but I'm not swapping Timber for Trent. Timber is cold though. Like Timber's all. When I look at Timber, I was like, "What's his weakness, bro? Like, what can you not do?" So Timber's cold, but I wouldn't swap him for Trent. MLS 100%. I think he starts, and that's big compliment to him. Big up MLS because he's half Asian, half Jamaican like me, and he's got my same birthday. So I'm never gonna sleep MLS in it. Like I'm basically calling him my cousin. You get, but MLS, yeah. Rice. If you'd asked me in the summer, yes, but the way Gravenberch has adapted to that role, I ain't swapping no one for grabbing that 6 anymore, bro. That is my guy. So Rice is cold. If you asked me in the summer, because I didn't know Gravenberch was capable of this in the 6. I saw him more as an 8. But yeah, so out of them 3, I'm only taking it is he's our guy, man. He's won everything with us. But for me, only MLS. Only MLS, bro.
Obviously, just quickly, big up Famzone TV. Pretty sure they just sent some people through. So if you've come through from Famzone TV, make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing to the thing. And obviously, all these channels need to grow in it. Make sure you're subscribing over to Football Verbal. It is in the description. And yeah, come and join the video.
Sorry to cut big up Jacob the mod, yeah. You're right, actually. I'm even mad because that's me keeping Sabozai in the team. Sorry. MLS and Rice will be in the team because I'll play Rice 6, grabbing the 8, and I'll play McAllister in the 10. Sorry, bro.
I was gonna.
Jacob, you're right. So Rice and MLS, yeah. Timber, no. That's only because we got Trent in it. But Timber's a baller, big baller.
See, because that's what I was gonna say. After
I agree. I weren't thinking.
You got mad. What, you wouldn't want Rice in the 6?
No, I would.
Because you know my thing, yeah, and like I've had this conversation with a few Liverpool fans, and not everybody agrees with me. But I think, based on Gravenberch's like abilities, like his core abilities as a footballer, he should be in the 8. The only reason he's in the 6 for you is because you didn't have someone that was good enough to play 6, and you found out he's actually cold. Like he's doing,
and that's where you got to credit Slot, because under Klopp, this is no shade on Klopp, but me and Mons have been saying Gravenberch is cold. Even when we signed him, this guy's cultured that. The way he drops his shoulder, the way he can breeze past plays. The only thing he needs to improve on is shooting, because Hooks, he can't shoot for shit, bro. I'm going to be honest. He needs to stay behind for at least another half an hour and work on his shooting, because most Liverpool fans will tell you he'll breeze past 2 man, drop his shoulder. The goal will be glaring and it will go wide or it will go rose. That's if you had to ask me, the only kind of thing he needs to improve on is just the shooting. But you're spot on. Like Grav, I've always seen him as an 8. That's why in the summer we wanted Zubimendi. That's why we tried to make a world record bid for Caicedo last summer, and then we ended up getting Gravenberch with some of that money. But for me, you're bang on. I've always seen Grav as an 8. But there's a saying, don't fix what's not broken. We're top of the league and Champions League with him in the 6, so I'm not going to change it. You know what I mean? But Che makes a good point, because tonight I'm playing grabbing the 8, Endo in the 6, and I'm probably going to keep Sabozai in the 10. I think McAllister needs a rest. McAllister looked the most tired out of all of them. But Endo, I'm starting tonight in the 6. But yeah, I agree with you, bro. Like Gravenberch weren't a 6, but he's shown he can play there. Slot's giving him that confidence. Slot's giving him that faith that, look, I want you to be my 6. And we're flying on all cylinders. So, bro, long may it continue. But I think, and I've always say this to Mont, me and Mont speak out this year, we can go up another level if we got an out-and-out 6 like a Rice, Caicedo, or like a Rodri, obviously not any of them 3, but players like that, and then push Gravenberch in the 8 with McAllister in the 10, I think you see Liverpool go up even. Listen, we're at a high level as it is, but I think you see us go up to a whole nother level, bro. Whole nother level. But yeah, Gakpo's not out for too long. I reckon he'll be on the bench weekend. It's not a mad injury.
And you know what? I don't like being happy about injuries, but this injury I was very happy about, but not for a reason why people think in it. I had Marmoush on my bench in FPL. And I had Gakpo, and now Gakpo's not playing.
You're loving it.
I'm loving it. All them points, I'm loving it. So, yeah, obviously, big up. And I mean, just on the final thing on Gravenberch, before obviously we'll move on to the Villa game. We'll talk about that a bit. I think I think Gravenberch's two best traits here is his ball carrying and his engine. Like his ability to move up and down the pitch and his ability
Yeah.
to carry the ball is so insane. This is why I think he has to be more of a box to box midfielder. Like because he covers ground, bro. He's like a horse. He's like Rice, but he's more technically gifted. He's actually more technically
Look,
gifted.
this is why I got respect for you, because I was saying this to Arsenal the other day. This is no shade on Rice. Rice is one of the best sixes in world football, but you can't tell me he's more gifted than Gravenberch. And the Arsenal fans like, no, he is. Like, what you saying? I was like, bro, come on. Gravenberch is more cultured. I'm happy. Sorry, carry on, but I'm happy you outline that. You know.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like if anyone's really saying Rice is more technically gifted than Gravenberch, they either don't watch Liverpool.
Facts.
or they don't watch Arsenal. it's one of the two. But yeah, I mean, what do you think about it? Because obviously with Endo, like, cool, we know why Endo's not playing. We know why Endo's not playing. And Slot wants someone in that six, yeah, that can play on the ball. He's good on.
Yeah.
The ball.
That's
Hence
why we were looking
Gravenberch
at
works.
Zubimendi, someone that
Yeah.
can progress the ball. And this is what I keep saying to people that don't really watch Liverpool. Klopp wanted that six that just like a Rice Caicedo, where they're just crashing you, destroyer. He doesn't really care what you bring going forward because we're playing with a lone six. This is more of a double pivot with they say 10s have gone out of the game. We're probably one of the last ones left that actually still play with one because exactly, big up King Books, but Szoboszlai, his numbers aren't the greatest, but Szoboszlai is actually more of that 10. I know it's getting ousted out of the game, but we play with a double pivot now, right? But to answer Che's point about Endo, you've seen since Endo's been in for the last 18 months how he can contribute to this team. Carabao Cup final against Enzo and Caicedo, he bossed them, bro. Like he was one of the most pivotal players when we won the Carabao Cup last year. I think Wolves, in my opinion, him and Kwanzaa won us that game. And Alisson. Alisson had a big save. But Kwanzaa with that clearance, because, bro, if they make it 2-2 with 10 minutes to go, momentum's everything. It's not mad to say they probably could have come on one. Endo with Kwanzaa with that clearance was wicked. But Endo, you see dark arts, and that's where experiences comes into it. Endo's 30-31. He's tugging man back, getting the cheeky yellow. You know, when I think it was one of their fullbacks, he beat Robbo initially and he nearly got to the byline. Endo gets in front of him and wins the foul like in the last couple of minutes. That's things you can't teach, bro. That's things you either know or you don't. And that's why the only reason I'm starting Endo tonight is because I think McAllister or Gravenberch need a rest. But going forward, I think because Slot weren't Endo's biggest fan, there was talk that we're going to sell him in the summer hooks. And I think it's a blessing in disguise that we kept him because I think Endo's going to be pivot exactly, and that's another thing. He's a leader. He's Japan's captain. I think Endo's going to be pivotal in this title race and even our ambitions in the Champions League. Not as a starter. There's no way. Because for me, our strongest midfield is Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and McAllister. I think them three just work so well, and there's a reason why we're top. But I think seeing out games, being intelligent, dark arts, pulling man back, winning tactical fouls, winning tactical fouls and making tactical fouls, I think Endo's going to be key. So to answer your question, Shay, I think his contribution to our team is going to be more of an impact sub, but not going forward in seeing out games. Yeah, super sub like Jota, but for different reasons. Jota will come on and win us games where Endo's going to see out games for us and win us fouls in situations where we need them. But Endo won't be here beyond the summer, by the way, though. This will be Endo's last year because, Slot don't really favour him, but he'll be key. And I think Wolves was a big indicator of that. I think Wolves, you saw, cool, this is why Endo's going to probably be our impact sub going forward.
Yeah. And I mean, just so obviously, I guess now that I think about it, and I mean, it's a random thought that popped into my head is maybe after you lot, because obviously you lot bid for Zubimendi. I think maybe part of the reason why you didn't go in for anybody else after that is because I think maybe Gravenberch made Slot think maybe I need a different type of profile in the six. Because he's probably looking at someone, because obviously Zubimendi, he's not really athletic. He doesn't have that athleticism side to him, innit? He's like Rodri's athletic, but he's like Rodri in the sense where you have him there just more so to control the game, innit? And like he find from deep, he'll find those line breaking passes.
He reminds me of it, and I know you agree. people are gonna run away with this. I'm not saying they're the same player, no way, but he's very stylistically similar to Thiago, kind of that conductor, get
Yeah.
the ball, spray balls
Yeah.
around. But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
They're not gonna run for days. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah,
But
you're spot on.
I think Gravenberch kind of showed Slot that, oh, I can actually have a semiconductor that can run about the pitch as well and get involved in more than just being a conductor. So maybe your scouting team is like looking for a really, really specific type of profile now. But we'll see in the summer, in it, obviously approaching
Hooks,
soon.
from what I've seen, there's only 2 profiles like that. Zubermani, which looks like he's going to Euro or Madrid. Because, by the way, you know when it came out the other day, Orson, he's definitely going Arsenal. I'm now hearing Madrid want him. I don't
Yeah.
think they need him, but I'm now hearing Madrid want him. And Tajani Ryan is a baller I know you rate as well. I've been screaming for Ryan. Bro, I was screaming for Ryan before it got popular because when he left from, I think it was from final or AZ, I think AZ out from, right?
Yeah,
And he went
AZ.
AC Milan. I watched the AZ Alkmaar game against Ajax because obviously I'm a gambler in it. Ajax was playing them, but I watched it. You know, sometimes on the apps they have that I looked into the last 20 minutes and he was just controlling the game. I was like, I like the look of this play. Then I see Milan ban. I'm like, if a big European giant's buying him, he must have something about him. Then I know word of a lie, I've watched at least 7 or 8 90 minutes of Milan this season. Yeah, he's such a baller, bro. And I feel like him and Azubameni, that's the profile Slot's kind of looking for. But where now we've got Gravenberch, I think you're right. Now I think he might be looking maybe for a different one or push Gravenberch in the 8 and still try and sign a player like that. However, Mons made a good point to me though. I still want Gravenberch in the 8, but Mons was like, maybe Gravenberch better in the 6 because if you're in the 8, you're closer to like the opposite, you're closer to the final third where Gravenberch, one of his biggest qualities, like you said, is on the half turn and the ball carrying. He likes to do that from deep, where if you start him in the 8, he's going to have less time to travel with the ball in it. So maybe we should just keep him with to the 6. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I definitely, I wholeheartedly agree. I'll be real. I think we're definitely on the same page with that. But what? So, hear me out. Hear me out. So we've got the end of February. It's looking very, 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 very techy for Liverpool. Yeah, I think it's not your first proper challenge, because I know at the start of the season there was a lot of people saying, "Oh, Liverpool ain't played anyone. Liverpool ain't played anyone." Yada yada yada. But I think we're about to find out, do Liverpool want to win this league? These next 3 games, we're about to find out, do the players want to win the league? You got Aston Villa tonight at Villa Park. Even though I know you've got a really good record at Villa Park,
Still
Aston
tough.
Villa, still a tough game. And obviously, like, even though they do have injuries, Asensio seems just been balling out since he got there.
You see Rashford when he come on the other day,
Rashford, when he came
and
on
he
the
hates
other
us. That man, you're manking him. He's gonna have a point to prove, bro.
Yeah, you got Watkins is back now. He's probably going to play the full 90. You've got Ramsey, who I think has been playing really well as of recent. You got Tielemans, who I think has been pretty good all season for them.
Rogers.
There's Rodgers. I don't think
What
we need to talk about Rodgers. What
bro,
a player.
if quickly about Rogers, yeah. If Aston Villa don't consistently get top 4, he's gonna cut. He's too like he is off the hook, bro. But they Sorry, carry on.
So don't get me wrong. There's areas where you can expose Aston Villa. Like, I think you can get at them offensively, but I also think that there's areas where Aston Villa can get at you. This is why I think it's going to be a very, very, very interesting game. But then right after that, yeah, you play Manchester City at Etihad, which we know you don't always do too well at that. And I don't know about your opinion on this, yeah. I need Man City to lose today. I need them to lose because I need them to be angry when they face you. Yeah, I need them. I need them to be angry when they face you, bro.
let me give you two. Let me give you 2 reasons why I'm the opposite. Real Madrid, and I kind of have this chest in the Champions League because of who my club are. Real Madrid are the only team I fear. Of course, there's other teams that are good, but in terms of who I fear, let's be honest, we've been there, bitch, bro. Other than this season, they slapped up. I think I read a stat since since we got Champions League under Klopp, only Madrid clubs have knocked us out, bro. Big up.
Bro, hey, big up Troops. Famous man come through. Bro, first episode that famous man road true. Big up Troops each and
Big
every
up
time.
every time. But bro, since Klopp, every Champions League campaign we had with Klopp, only Madrid clubs knocked us out. Atletico Madrid 1 year, the year we won the league. Every other year was Real Madrid, bro. Whether it was in the final, whether it was in the quarters, whether it was in the semis, it's always Madrid. So, bro, the reason why I'm telling you I need City to win is because if City knock out Real Madrid, I don't really fear anyone else in the Champions League, bro. That's one. Because I know we mainly want the Prem, but I still want the champs as well, bro. Because that's a competition I feel we can win. And another reason why I need City to win, because bro, Hooks, this benefits you as well. You're looking at it short term. You want them to be angry against us, but bro,
Yeah,
City, I hear that, but bro, you're not looking at it long term because bro, if City win tonight, they're gonna keep they're gonna probably shift their priorities to Champions League. They're thinking, hold on, we've knocked out the best team, like historically the best team in Champions League. Let's go all the way to the end. They probably will give up on the Prem, innit? So that will benefit myself and yourself, bro.
No. Don't try to spin it. No. Arsenal fans, I promise you, we need Real Madrid to smoke Man City. So when Liverpool roll up to the Etihad, them man are angry, them man are vexed, them man got a point to prove. We need Man City's only focus to be the Premier League, yeah? And look, I don't think you understand. Yeah? Manchester City can end your title hopes. They can be the guys that end your title hopes. Yeah. Man City can show you, man, yeah, who's the real Egyptian king. You know them way there. Like he can show you, man, who the real Egyptian king is. You know what I mean? Dethroning all of that. We need Pep to be vexed when he's in, because I can't lie. I don't yeah, look, yeah, isn't it? Romz looking nervous. And then obviously because we need to go into more depth bit on this Villa game, innit? Because I need to know your opinion. My opinion already matters. I need to know your opinion. But right after that, Newcastle.
I can give you my opinion on the next 3 games, bro, because Anfield, I back us against anyone in it. And I think from Newcastle, we got Newcastle, Everton, and then Southampton in it. So after Villa and Man City, we got 3 home games in a row. I'm telling you now, Hooks, I think we get 7 out of our next 9 points. And that will give me even more confidence to win the league. Because, bro, let me tell you, Aston Villa tonight, again, tough, bro. Rashford being Manchester United, and he's got a good record against us. He's going to be up for it. Watkins is Watkins. Rodgers and Ramsey, all the players we've gone through, it's gone. I think Emery, since he took over them, has only lost, 4 times in the last, 50 or 40 games at Villa Park. So, bro, it's kind of a fortress, innit? But Man City, and I know some Liverpool fans won't be happy with me saying this, I don't think we lose, but I think I'm going to tell you from now, I think it's a draw because there's a reason we've not won there. We've not won there in 9 years, Hooks, bro. We've gone there with better Liverpool teams. There's been some games at Etihad where we've played better than them, bro, and we still drawn or lost, bro. It don't make sense. So until it's one of them ones, until I see my team win, because we won there in the Champions League, but it's never been in the Prem. I don't know if you remember Salah's iconic celebration where he goes to our fans that in it. So we've won there. We have won there in the champs, but we've not won there in the Premier League, bro. And it's one of them ones where I don't even want to chuck you lot into it. But you see how you haven't won at Anfield in time. Until you see your team win it, that's when you win at us. That's when you're like, yeah, this is mad. We've got over a mental block, car. When you've not won somewhere for so long and you finally do it, bro, it's massive. Let's be honest. So when we go to Etihad, I think we're going to get a draw. But I'm telling you now, Hooks, Newcastle, I think we deal with at Anfield. The cup final's another story, innit? That can go either way. Cause I hate playing them. I know you look, man, definitely hate playing them. I think they probably got one of, if not the best midfield in the league, bro. Their midfield's jarring. They just run you ragged, bro. But for me, I back us against anyone at Anfield. I don't care if people see this as arrogant. I'm not focusing on Newcastle. It's these next 2 games, bro. Just get me 4 out of 6 points in these next 2 games, and I'm good. I think we win tonight. I do think we win tonight. But Man City, I think we draw because I think we're too good to lose that game. But I can see a game where we're better than them, and they just somehow scum a point, bro. And I know everyone's saying, but Man City been in bad form this season. Tottenham went there and smoked them. Man United won. Bro, in the season, it changes because now you've got Marmoush coming off the back of a hat-trick. You've got Kusanov that has locked up Isaac, which Saliba, Gabriel, and Van Dijk, the three best centre backs in the league, couldn't do. Then you got Kusanov looking up Isaac. Bro, this is how football changes quick, Hooks, because 2 weeks ago, bro, man were trolling Kusanov in Chelsea debut, saying, look at this guy. Then he's just locked up, in my opinion, the best striker in the league. I know, obviously, Haaland gets all the goals, but I think all-round striker, Isaac's the best in the league, in my opinion, yeah? You got Kusanov that's locked him up. That Nico Gonzalez, brother, looks like what they've been missing. I don't know if I didn't watch the 90 minutes in it, but when I watched the Stenitz highlights, this guy's everywhere. And he got Marmoush off the back of a hat-trick, bro. So when everyone's like, City have played dead this season, I'm not hearing that. One, they're still champions, and two, they're coming into form. Shock just before we play them. So I kind of hear your logic when you want them angry for us, but I still think we're that good. We're that good to go. We'll leave there with a point minimum, Hooks. Like, I'm sure we don't lose that game. I could be wrong. If we do, I can't lie. It's panic. You know, have you seen that meme where the guy's like, oh, I'm in a bit shaky now? Have you seen that meme with I think it's from MasterChef. He's like, oh, I don't know, I'm feeling a bit shaky now. That will be mad. If we lose against City, bro, I'll be right, you know. Yeah, like it's on. But get me 4 out of my next 6 points. Yeah, I'm gonna say now, Hooks. Yeah, I think we can afford. I don't want to draw. Of course, I want to go there and beat them, bro. I want to win every game, but I think we can afford to draw that City game if we beat Villa and the Newcastle either side of that game, bro. That's another thing. You know, we got a long rest in March. We play one Premier League game in March because of the international breaks in FA Cup. We've only got one game in March. I think you got about 2 or 3. So we're gonna get that rest, and I just hope we get enough points for that rest, and then, bro, let the rest of the season take care of itself in it. But I know a lot of people are saying Villa's hard in that, but I heard this against the Bournemouths, the Brentfords and whatnot, and Forest, and we look them 3 games. Everyone's like, this is where Liverpool drop points. We get 7 out of 9. I'm looking at these next 3 like I'm looking at them in it, because man can say, oh, Villa like different level, but Bournemouth are above Villa, bro. Bournemouth this season in isolation have been better than Villa, bro. So I just think, get me the 3 points tonight. Get me minimum a point at the weekend. Take care of Newcastle. Hooks, this is what I'm saying now on our first show, the title race with Romz and Hook. If we get 7 out of 9 points, we're winning this league, bro. The next 3, like I said, these next 3 games define us. I think the rest will take care of itself, because after that, we got a nice little run. 3 home games in a row. We're good, bro. We're good.
Wait, so you think you're winning today? You think you're drawing
City,
drawing at City, and you think you're beating Newcastle at Anfield?
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
You know what? You asked me what I think about my club. What do you think? Out of our next 9 points, how much points do you think we're getting out of the next 9 available?
Bro,
Let me tell you something.
yo, bro,
you can play all the vid. I want to know what you think. Like, I
Bro.
told you what I think. I think we're getting 7 out of 9 points. What do you think, bro?
I look, like the thing is, I think in isolation, any of those games you can win in isolation.
Yeah.
The problem for well, it's not a problem for me. It's actually a benefit. But the fact that you're playing back to back to back, these teams back to back to back, Villa, City, Newcastle. I don't even care where it is. I don't care you're playing at Anfield. I don't care you're playing at their grounds. Brother, you could be playing them at the park. It don't matter where you're playing them. These 3 teams in a row is crazy. Like, it's not even like, because you got Villa, then you got City, then you got Newcastle, then you got Southampton, innit? So now, if it was like, cool, you play Villa, then you play
had a Southampton in between.
then you play City, then you play New. I'll be like, all right, cool, because you can take not a mad risk, but you could take the risk of, we're gonna rest all of our key players against Southampton, potentially maybe have to bring on a Salah at like 70 minutes if we're not winning, and you get it. But you cannot afford to rest players over this period, because if you rest players against these teams, you will F up somewhere. Somewhere you will F up. And then, because this is what makes it interesting, because if you have to play all of your star players, all of your key players back to back to back in these games that are going to be very taxing on the body, in these games that I don't wish it upon anybody, but there could be a few muscle injuries because of the intensity you're going to be playing at. Yeah. It then makes me look at games like Southampton with a bit of glee, because it's like, who knows what Liverpool's looking like at that point? Who knows?
You know what? So this is why I said at the start of the stream, Slot needs to be very put it like this. This is most Liverpool fans will agree. This is our strongest starting 11 right now. Salah, right? Diaz, false 9. Gakpo on the left. So Bosley, Gravenberch, and McAllister are midfield 3. Robbo, Trent, Van Dijk, Konate, Alisson. Yeah, that's our strongest 11. That 11 can't play. Well, Gakpo is injured, so it's not possible anyway. But that 11 can't play 3 on the bounce, bro. It just can't, because then you start getting muscle injuries. Like you said, with the intensity of going away at Etihad, Villa Park, and that Newcastle, even though we're at home, that Newcastle midfield 3 of Tonali, Gomaras, and flipping Joe Lennon just battering you for 90 minutes, bro. It's long. That's why I said Slot has to be very careful with rotation, because you're right. There's no real time for rotation in a title race, bro, because draws are like losses. Losses are losses, and you just need the dub. But I just feel one thing my manager's done very good this season is he's made substitutions. Bigger DMDJ. He's made substitutions at the right times, bro.
Yep.
He started the right lineup. So I have faith in my manager. And I see someone say it in the chat, I can't remember who it was. We could speak about my club, right? Because I've told you what I think. I think win tonight, draw at City, and I think we beat Newcastle. I think 7 out of 9 points. And I think that puts us in great stead to win the league. Yeah. However, this is why I'm going to now ask you questions about your club, because this is the reason why we're top. People going like Liverpool ain't dropped points this season, and someone said it in the chat. We've dropped points, bro. We've not. I think us two have hardly lost. I think it's combined 3 losses between both clubs. I think so. Neither of us hardly lose, but I'd say both of us can draw. But we've drawn, and you lot not capitalized. So your next 2 games are Forest away. By the way, that's a tricky game. But Forest away and West Ham at home, right? Let's say we do drop these points. The people in the chat are saying 4 out of 9. Some people are saying 3 out of 9. A lot of fans, I think, I'm assuming some might be Arsenal. Some might even be neutral. But a lot of people in the chat think we're going to drop points. Cool. If you think that, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But are you, man, going to capitalize? Because this has been the story of this season, bro. We can drop points. We have dropped points. But the reason why we're 7 clear is because when we've dropped points, you look, it's like, Arsenal fans, the Arsenal team look at Liverpool like this. I even see some animation skit of this. Liverpool played before Arsenal. Liverpool draw. Yeah. Liverpool drew. Let us draw now. That's what it's been this season. Yeah. I think the only weekend where you took advantage, we drew to someone, and I think was it United you beat? You beat someone at the Emirates. Was it City?
We beat City. We beat. No, do you know what it was? I know what you're talking about. So I can't remember the specific games, but basically you drew that.
And then you won. Won.
But then the very next game week, we drew and you won.
So and we won exactly.
It just reset it. It just reset it in it. It just reset it in it. So look, obviously, I'm a jokey character in it.
Same.
You know what I mean? So I'm really not here to be shameless. I'm not here to be shameless. So just like how I think your next 3 games are mad. Yeah, just how I think your next. Who's DRD?
Yeah, I see that. Who's DRD?
Who's DRD?
Big up whoever they are, by the way.
Whoever they are, big them up. But Jordan Raid? DRD?
I'm
Jordan?
not sure.
Who's DRD? Someone let me know who DRD is. Durag Diaries. Yeah, big up Durag Diaries, man. Obviously, big up my brother. So, like, look, I'm not here to be shamed. That's just how, like, I think your next 3 games are mad. Like I said, we're beating West Ham. And do you know why we're beating West Ham? There's a few reasons why we're beating West Ham. One of them is, and I'm still trying to find a way to get to the game. If I turn up at the stadium,
you're the good luck omen, innit? You got lost.
I have never gone to the Emirates and we haven't won. Never.
Not even a draw.
Not even a draw, bro. Every time I go to the Emirates, we win. Yeah. So if there's any Arsenal fan out there that knows someone that can pattern man a ticket, if you want us to win this title, you know what you got to do in it. Yeah, I know Troops is in the chat. Maybe he's got some connects. You know what you gotta do, Troops. If you want to have a happy watch along and you don't want to do a no context TV this week, you gotta get me a ticket somehow. You know them way there. The other reason, there ain't no way on this God's green earth do I not win on my birthday. There's no way. It just doesn't happen. It's the same reason why Spurs are losing to Ipswich, because there's no way that Spurs win on my birthday. It just won't happen.
That, by the way. I think Ipswich win. I agree with that.
There ain't no way. Yeah. But once we get past this West Ham game, yeah, we go in to a very similar run to what you man are going through your next 3 games. Yeah. We have to go away to Nottingham Forest, which I've already said, I think we draw.
Same.
I think we draw. Unless something changes between now and then, I think we draw. Yeah. Then we have Manchester United away, low, just low in it. Manchester United, low. But then we have Chelsea at home. Now, those are 3 very. Even though I don't rate United, and even though I don't really rate Chelsea, having to go Nottingham Forest, Man United, Chelsea back to back is difficult. It is hard. It's very taxing because again, we're in a worse position than you, because even though I think you can't rotate, well, sorry, you can't rotate, but you can rotate if Slot wanted to, you could rotate. Arsenal cannot.
You don't even have that option. Yeah.
There's no one to rotate with. Do you know what I mean? So if I have even just one more player in the forward line drop, yeah, it's done. It's over. Like, God forbid Wanyeri. God forbid Wanyeri. Do you know what I'm saying? God forbid. It's done. So,
word to what Beans and Toast said. This is why I always respect Hurts. He'll back Arsenal regardless, bro. But the way I think on it, Hooks, yeah. You know, I gave you my predictions because, bro, remember this. Even for the people in the chat, this is just our predictions. This season's mad. Everything we're predicting probably won't even come true. I just back my club to not lose the next 3. I think we literally get 7 out of 9. But when I looked at your fixtures, I say this to my brother's an Arsenal fan as well. I said to myself, I think Forest you draw, because one thing I say about Arsenal, a lot of your key injuries, your Odegaard, your Sakas and whatnot, Havertz, when it comes to your midfield and your defense, you still got all your starters. If you think about it. So you've got your Odegaard, you've got your Rash, you've got your Parties, you've got Saliba, Gabriel, you've got your Timbers, you've got your Calafiores, you've got your Miles Lewis, Skellies, apart from Tomiyasu. But I think you agree. The reason why I'm not throwing Tomiyasu in is because he hasn't played this season barely anyway. And you got Raya in goal. This is why I back Arsenal. A lot of Liverpool fans saying Arsenal going to drop points. I think you drop points, but not bare, because you still got that robust, solid defense where if you go 1-0 up, you can see out again. I think me and you spoke about this on Potts' show, yeah. But I look at that Forest game where I think they're going to take the lead. Now, because of the personnel you have out, I do think you're going to struggle scoring goals against better opposition. Let's be honest, Leicester are piss poor. So I can see Forest going 1-0 up, Arsenal coming back. I think that's a draw as well. I agree with you. I think you draw that game. United's a funny one because United are dead, but I think you lot went 12, 13 years without winning. I think recently you've battered them up 2 years in a row or whatnot, yeah? But United's always a weird game. And Amorim looked to have Arteta's number in the flipping FA Cup, right? But difference is, I think their injuries to Maino and Ahmad are huge. Obviously, you lot got your injuries, but they're huge injuries. And look, you saw the Spurs game. It's like who could miss more, bro? It's literally who could miss more. But it's like United created chances but couldn't hit the back of net. I can see you lot getting a 1-0, 2-0 at Old Trafford. And these things play a part. I'll never forget, yeah. Do you remember when Chelsea won the league under Ancelotti? Gerrard did a pass back to Lampard or Drogba, but to stop United winning. I think these things play a big part. They don't want to see us matching their 20. So I think United might not be up for it. And if I can remember rightly, I think there's Europa League that week. And I think Amorim will probably shift his priorities to that. So United game, even I admit, if it was any other season, I'd be like, United might take points off Arsenal. But for the greater good, they don't want to help Liverpool, bro. They're more of a rival than you lot to the league. So I think you beat United. I think you draw against Forest. But this might surprise you. And I know Chelsea are going through a slump now. So your next 3 games, I think you get 5 out of 9 because I think Chelsea draw. I think it's going to be a game where you dominate possession. Chelsea are going to be under the cosh the whole game. But I know one thing I think is going to hurt you lot, them on a transition, because you got your Netos, you got your Sanchez, you got your Palmer, where they can transition quite quickly. I can see that being a draw. Obviously, if you had to pick a favourite, I think Arsenal at home, Chelsea in a rut. But who's to say after Chelsea play Villa this weekend, they've got Ipswich and Southampton, I think, 2 relegation teams. Let's say they win them 2 games, then they play Arsenal, yeah? They're going to have a bit of a morale booster. They're going to have a bit of confidence going into that game. And I think Jackson could be back by that game. Could. I'm not 100% sure, but could be back by that game. Because I think that game's the same day as the cup final. I know. Listen, I'm just saying, this is more wishful thinking. This is more wishful thinking as well. But wait, you play the same day as the cup final, win it. Your game got rescheduled. Chelsea the same day as we play.
That Chelsea game might get moved. I just remember that Chelsea game might get... Wait.
No, it's been moved, bro. I think it's 16th of March. It's the day we play.
Oh, 16th of March is the... Okay.
Chelsea game. So,
okay, cool.
I think that game, I think you get 5 from the Forest United Chelsea game. I think you get 5 out of 9. That's what I think. I think you get 5 out of 9. But would I be surprised if you pack Chelsea? No. It's things with Arsenal at the Emirates, and I'll say this. I think you go unbeaten at the Emirates for the rest of the season. I think you got 5-6 games left there. You lot are starting out because you've not lost at the Emirates this season yet, innit? In the league.
Yeah, I don't think we have. No, we haven't.
Yeah, I think you'll go unbeaten.
See, Romz, this is the thing, yeah. This is the thing, and obviously, do you know what? This is the thing that really annoys me about when I have to talk about football with people on the internet or on YouTube. Yeah, is I get it. Arsenal this season have not performed to the level that people expected. Yeah, but it's not even by that much. It's really not even by that much. Like people, the thing is, yeah, people expected like. Well, the thing is, yeah, first, people didn't expect on majority now. They didn't expect us to win the league. They expected us to be the next best if Man City did drop off, and Man City dropped off. Yeah, but the thing is, Man City dropped off. I'm still where everybody expected me to be. I'm still second.
Second, yeah.
I'm actually still second. Like people talk about Arsenal, yeah, like to say I'm Manchester United, bro. Like. I need to, like, as silly as it sounds, I'm only 3 wins off of high-flying Liverpool. I've only lost 1 game more than high-flying Liverpool, yeah? I say only. I've scored 9 less goals than Liverpool. The only team that scored more goals than me is Man City and Liverpool, yeah? And I've conceded 2 less goals than Liverpool.
You got the best defense, yeah.
I had the best defensive record in the league. So it's not like I'm doing super dead. I just haven't capitalized off of Manchester City. But that's only because Liverpool have. And this is what people forget, yeah. I don't care what anyone says. And this is my honest opinion, yeah. Over the last 2/3 years, yeah. Well, 3 seasons, obviously this being the 3rd. It's Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and nobody else is close. Nobody else is actually close. Everybody, it's like we're having our own little mini game in the league to win the league, and everybody else is battling for other positions. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They can't even they can't swing with us. That is what it is. So
I hear that.
Like I predicted, yeah, Liverpool to not have a good season like this, but that's only because, yeah, for 2 reasons. You didn't sign anybody, and you had a new manager. But you've shown everybody that no, we're still that Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? So in a way, I'm not really surprised that you men are here. But it seems like everybody else is like finding it really difficult to comprehend that you man can take this spot. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. Like it's like.
Go on.
No, go on.
I was going to say where this comes from, though. You're saying everyone finds it really difficult, but for the 2 reasons you said, right? And this is the revisionism I don't like, because I can't lie to you. I had City doing 5 feet, you lot doing because I didn't rate your window like that. I had City winning, you lot second and us third. But the narrative in the summer was some people didn't even have us top 4. I'm not saying you. Actually, I think you had us. Exactly. So, people like yourselves in the summer, your logic was Liverpool got a new manager. You've got a new manager, because I had us third, because I said there'll be a drop off because we've got a new manager, but I still know the players we have at our disposal that can still bat up anyone on any given day. So I had us third. People like yourself had us fourth, fifth, whatever. Yeah, but what the narrative I don't like now is, now we've done so well and exceeded expectations of what people thought Slot could do in his first year. It's but they got world class players. They've kept the same players. But hold on, rewind to the start of the season. You're only now saying that because new evidence has been presented to you, which is fine. You can change your opinion. I'm not one of these people that you're flip flop. You can change your opinion, because if a team loses 6 on the bounce, you're still going to rate them. Like, no, they're going through a rut. It happens with City. City had 1 win in 13. We're not going to rate them as much because we have new evidence. But the revisionism I don't like is when people are like, so Liverpool should be doing this anyway, when you weren't saying this 6 months ago. It's only because we're now flying. Because had we had the season you expected, it would have been all laughs and jokes. Yeah, we expected this. Liverpool didn't sign anyone. Yeah, they got... And it's not even that. People knew the players we had. But you know what the narratives were coming out saying? Trent's head might not be in it this season because he's not signing a new deal. Van Dijk and Salah are getting older. I was hearing all of these things, bro. All of these things. So yeah, I hear you. But when you break it down like that, Arsenal are where they should have been. But I think there was another narrative where if Arsenal are ahead of City, they're first. Do you get it? So if in any point of the season, if Arsenal go ahead of City, you're going to expect them to be in first place. But it's like, hold on, Arsenal are still ahead of City, but they still find themselves second place, like you said, because we have capitalized even more than you lot on City's drop-off. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I just don't like when some Arsenal fans are like, you should be doing this anyway, because you didn't predict that once upon a time. You did not.
I feel like we get too like emotional about predictions. Like, we have to understand that predictions are made, well, at least on league finish, are made before a ball's been kicked.
Yeah, fair enough.
And we get too emotional because you know what it's like? It's like if we reverse it and we go back to the 22-23 season, nobody predicted Arsenal to get top 4. But the moment that we got into a title challenge and then we didn't win the league, everybody said we bottled it. But nobody said we was going to be anywhere near.
Nah, that's big facts, though. I had you lot fourth that year. I had you lot fourth.
So I just think that we need to be a little less emotional about what people say about our teams before a football has been kicked in it. That's my personal opinion. Obviously, everyone's entitled to be a fan however they want to be a fan. That's fine. I hear it. And don't get me wrong, I'm also well aware, like Prom says, we do deserve, like, I understand why we deserve, because there is a lot of Arsenal fans around the internet that say a lot of crazy things about rivals. And I feel like that's where I'm a bit different in it, because I can be shameless, but I give props to other
Bro, yeah, you do.
I give props to other teams in it. Now, cool. Big up Gal though. That's my bro.
Yeah, big up Gal every time, man.
That's my bro. And it is every fan base. But look, people, because obviously we'll get into the predictions now for the. You know what? We'll predict just for shits and giggles. We'll predict the Real Madrid Man City game as well. But we will predict the Liverpool Aston Villa game. That I will be doing a watch along too. So Liverpool fans, if you want to watch me watch your team lose, feel free to stop by. Just make sure you're liking the video. I can't lie, for a first episode, the numbers are doing really well on the stream. So obviously, should have started this sooner. That's what it's telling me. I should have started this sooner. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There. But big up everybody that's tuned in right now. Big up everybody that's locked in. It's not just about supporting my channel. It's about supporting Romz Pattern as well. So make sure you're heading over to Football Verbal. It is in the description. Make sure you're subscribing over there. Make sure you're watching all of their latest videos. Make sure you're dropping likes on all of their latest videos. And make sure you are following Romz on his Twitter as well. Because I won't lie, as an Arsenal fan, it's annoying when I see him pop up on my feed. But for a lot of you that are non-Arsenal fans, you'll see the humor
Yeah,
in it.
the
and
non-Arsenal fans, you will love it. You will love it.
yeah, you'll love it. And you know what, Neil Gunner? I'm not gonna lie. You man are fumbling the bag because we should have 100 likes by now. So make sure we get to 100 likes and make sure you're supporting the village grow. Make sure
Big
you are
up, James.
supporting the village grow. You can become a member like Shy. She has a badge. Shy's wavy. Be like
Come
Shy.
on, we're 14. We're 14. No, 12. Bro, they're listening.
Yeah, they're
It's
listening.
gone up,
Yeah, they're
but 12 more likes. And if I refresh again, it will probably go up again. So we can hit 100 before the end of the show. Easily. Easily.
Yeah, it is. I put it in the description. Right, wait. I'll go check now. I'm pretty sure I did. Unless I did it in at Football Verbal.
Yeah, it is.
It goes to Port right. Yeah, man. Listen, man, you can't be doing that to me, blood. You know what I mean? There, you can't be doing. Hey, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Obviously, the count. When we hit 100 likes, we'll do the predictions. You know what? That's what we're gonna do. Sorry for the Liverpool game. We'll do the predictions for the Real Madrid game, but we won't do the predictions for the Liverpool game until we have 100 likes. You get it? So, just I guess we can talk about it quickly on the Real Madrid game. I see. You're funny, Juju. You're funny. I can't control who gets the badge. I can't control it, but you guys can become a member, join the gang. So I really think it's going to be a draw. So what I think it's going to be 2-2. I think it's going to be a very high scoring game.
This is scary. You took the words out of my mouth, bro. I feel like Real Madrid with Madrid, they only ever just do enough. But I was actually saying to my boy last night, he's like, what do you think? Do you think City could go through? I think 2-2 normal time. That will mean my maths is dead. But 5-4 aggregate?
5-4, yeah, 5-4
aggregate. I literally said that. I literally said that, bro. I think 2-2. But and they've got players coming back. Rudiger, which is their best centre-back, he's back. I don't know if he starts. Big ups to him, Handle. I don't know if he starts, but I think Rudiger's back. And they got another person that's back still. They got another person that's back. But I just think, do you know what, though? It could be interesting because City's tails are up after that win, bro. Let's be honest. It's not like they just smoked, I don't know, at Southampton, at Ipswich, or Crystal Palace. They smoked Newcastle, bro. Yeah. They smoked Newcastle like that with an informed Isak, your Brunos, your Tonali's, bro. Newcastle have been in somewhat decent form, bro. And that was very impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't, because even when I did my predictions, I thought Newcastle would win. I think I did a 2-1 or 3-2 win. So for City to dispatch them 4-0 and get a clean sheet, that's crazy, Hook. So I just think Real Madrid are a different beast, though, bro. We all saw a couple years ago when City were a couple minutes of going through, and then they scored 2 goals and they died to take it extra. Nah, bro. Real Madrid over there at that ground, they're different with it. So I think 2-2 as well, bro. I think 2-2 as well.
Yeah. I think that obviously I think that funnily enough,
Ian Glennon, sorry to cut you again, Ian Glennon, you are spot on. You are spot on, bro. We need extra time. We need extra time still. I didn't think of that. Big up Ian Glennon. We need extra time.
Yeah, I can't.
We actually need extra time.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Sorry, carry on. Say what you were saying.
Yeah, but I can't lie. I think, funny enough, I think Man City will take the lead. I think they'll take the lead. Maybe even potentially go 2-0 up. Then I feel like Real Madrid will just wake up and be like, "Raw, we're Real Madrid. We're at the Bernabeu. You get it? Like we got to do what we got to do, innit?" But yeah, 2-2. We're alike in that sense, and obviously, big up OBN Dixie, yeah, because a new challenger has appeared. We have a new member, yeah,
big up
in the village, yeah. And if I'm correct, it's none other than my brother, man, like Carl B. So we will be watching Carl B with a keen eye, yeah. If your name ever goes from green back to grey, innit? We'll be watching now. There's no excuse. You got one already. You got to maintain that, blood. You get what I'm saying? But obviously, big up OBN. I see there's W's in there. Big up, and smash them likes. Have we hit 100 yet, though?
We're 2 away. 2 away.
We're 2 away. Okay, so we can't give the predictions until we get them 2 likes in it. But you know what, while we're doing that, yeah, what? Because obviously I feel like we've spoken enough about football and all the games and that, yeah. What do you actually have coming up next on Football Verbal? Like, what can people look
Football
for?
Rebels. So on Sunday, it will probably be a roundup for Champions League games, the Premier League, because most our episodes are based on roundup, but we do something fun called Test Your Touch. So like there'll be a timer and it will be like trivia questions. That's the start of every episode, just to get warm test. Because like testing your touch, literally, it's testing your knowledge, innit? It's a play on words. But Denzel, the host, has a good rapport with a lot of young footballers I'm talking high profile, your Chalobahs, your Vasakas, your Sakas, your Palmers, Bellingham, Liao. Like, he speaks to all these people. A lot of you might be familiar from the Instagram. So as the season goes on, we had Keziah Sterling the other day. He's ex-Spurs, and he was speaking about life under Poch. He's gone to America to play. He had a Sunderland spell. So we had him on. We've had obviously content creators as well on. Like, we've had Joel Mensah on from Beatties. He does a lot of hosting and whatnot. We've had Livs on. Obviously, the Arsenal super fan. We've had Livs. I'm trying to think of. We had Montel from Love Island. If you don't watch Love Island, but he kicks ball at a quite decent level. He's plays for Billericay. I think they're step 3 or 4. I feel like I'm missing some big hosts we've had, but we've had a few people on. We've had, I don't know if you know, a Twitch streamer called JB. He's very funny on Twitter, for you lot that know. But JB, we've had him on. He was funny, but he used to play for Man United and Southampton, QPR. He's got funny stories. Them 2 episodes were very funny. So we've done them. So yeah, we have a lot of special guests on here. And I think our next one is in 2 weeks, but I'm not going to reveal that. Just subscribe, stay locked in, and you'll see who that is. But yeah, we do quite a lot. But we're going to actually start having crossbar challenges, a lot of challenges. You lot will be able to see my tech and whatnot. So yeah, there's a lot coming up, man. There's a lot coming up. Just subscribe and you'll see what we have in store, man.
Yeah. Hey, people don't know that you get it. You used to keep good level, blood. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It could have been me or watching you on the TV, man, being like, "Raw, when are we gonna sign Romz to Arsenal?" You know them way there. You know them way there, man. But hey, big up OBN Dixie, yeah, because another new challenger has appeared. He has gifted another membership. Yo, big up OBN, man. OBN putting in shift today. So wait, who actually got it though? Is it someone?
Shout out my boy B in the chat. It's B. I need to actually shout you separately, but big up B as well. I ain't seen you in time, but big up, bro.
Who got it? Wait, who got it?
We've actually hit 100 likes as well, Hooks.
So we hit 100 likes. Okay. So we hit 100 likes, yeah. So you know what? Obviously, because I'm not the Liverpool fan, so I'll go first, yeah, and we'll let the Liverpool fan wrap up the stream with his prediction, because obviously Beans and Toast got it. Big up. So today you became a mod and a member. Well played. So I think, do you know what? I have a sneaky suspicion that it's gonna be 2-1 Liverpool.
Hooks, bro, like, pause, but get out of my head, bro. Like, why are we both predicting the same things? Pause, but that was mine. An ugly 2. Wait, so for all your chat, you predicted Liverpool.
Because I told you I can't be shameless, but I've got to get the snipes in. But I don't know.
I hear you.
You know what it is? And obviously, I'm going to do a watch along. So once I've seen the lineup, maybe my mind will change. Yeah, maybe my mind will change. But I have this sneaky feeling that Emery's going to do to Arsenal what he did to Arsenal last season when he went and played the only team that was challenging Arsenal for the title. He rested all his players.
Yeah.
And I feel like he might do the same.
He's got no reason to, because they got Chelsea at the weekend. It's not like they have Europe. But have you seen their record after they play in the Champions League, by the way? In 8 games, they've only won 1 game, bro. I think like 4 were losses and 3 were draws. But I just think, look, against Everton, I was literally 30 seconds away from being true. You know, a lot of my predictions this season, yeah? The games we dropped points in, I'll tell you the games I've been wrong. I thought we would smoke United. Not smoke. I thought we'd beat United. We drew. I thought we'd beat Fulham. We drew. But that Fulham game felt like, I'm not going to lie, that Fulham game felt like a dub, because to have 10 men, this is how it's done, Hooks. Like, I can't lie, I'm going to send a shot you lot's way. But to have 10 men and still get something out of the game, you get that 2-2. But I said we'll draw against Newcastle. We drew against Newcastle. I said we'll draw against Forest. We drew against Forest. I did say we'd beat Everton, and I said 2-1 as well, and we were 30 seconds away. But I think tonight's 2-1, and it'll be similar fashion to the Everton game, but this time we hold on. I think they take the lead, and guess what? It'll be none other than Rashford. Rashford has a good record against us. He has that chip on his shoulder. Emery's basically insinuated that he's going to start. He's that, look, Rashford, he's ready to start. So I think Rashford will start tonight. I think they take the lead through Rashford, and then I think we equalize through Salah. And I can see Konate or Van Dijk just getting a bullet header. I think we win by a set piece tonight, but I think we get an ugly 2. I think a lot of our wins, Hooks, will be ugly to the end of the season. I can see. I don't think you're going to see a lot of nice Liverpool performances where you're like, you know what, they blew them away today. Actually, the next one I think will blow a team away is Southampton. I can see Southampton being a nice 3-4-0. But in terms of Newcastle, Man City, Villa, it's going to be all ugly, bro. All ugly. But I think it'll be a disgusting 2-1. And we're going to take it and run with it. And I think 10 points. I know you lot will have the game in hand, but I'm going to say what Arsenal fans were saying to us. Games in hand, points on the board over games in hand, right? I think when your team see a 10-point deficit, even with your game in hand, that could be daunting, bro. That could be very daunting. Very daunting. 10 points. It could be mad. But again, bro, I know it's cliche, but for both of us, it's one game at a time. Every game's a cup final to the end of the year, bro. Because look, we need our number 20 and actually celebrate in front of fans because we know we won it COVID year, but bro, we didn't get to see that. And you lot, bro, a lot of your fans, if you are born in the 2000s, you've not really seen your club win it. Like, you have to be at least 28 and above to remember Arsenal's last league title. So it's big for both clubs, bro. It's big for both clubs. So each team, Liverpool and Arsenal, the next 13 Premier League games have to be a cup final. But I think we win ugly, bro. I'm very confident these next 3 games. I can't lie. I'm very confident, bro. 7 out of 9 points. City, I do think we slip. But let me tell you this, though, Hooks. Yeah, let me tell you this now. If we go to the Etihad and win, you're seeing an. I'd say I'm shameless on Twitter, but I'm not shameless on YouTube. Our show next week, you're going to see a different Romz. Different. Because I've not seen my team win there. Bro, you know the last time we won there was Klopp's first season. That is literally the last time we won. Bro, I think Leicester, that's the year Leicester won the league. You know how long that is since we got a dub at the Etihad, bro? It's crazy. So,
look at this
if
guy.
we beat this DG guy, bro. I've been to DG's ends 4 times in the last month, and you don't step outside. You're scared to step outside, bro. You're not putting the 4 in 4th Street, bro. But big up DG. Big up DG every time. But bro, if we beat City, you're seeing a different Romz. It is over. But I've not seen my club do it in 9 years, so I can't have that confidence, bro.
I hear it. Yeah, hello, he's funny. Man glide at 11 a.m. on a Sunday, and I hear it.
You know what, Hooks? I'm shameless. I was on my way back to ends.
Oh, bad. Yeah, bad. All right. Well, I won't lie, Romz. It's been a sick stream. Like, obviously, love for coming through. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully, the people in the chat have enjoyed the stream as well. Like I said, this is going to be a regular thing now. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Hopefully, Romz doesn't hide if they lose to Villa and Man City.
Hiding, man.
Hopefully, there'll be no hiding, but we'll see. Like I said, Neil Gunner, the next one is Wednesday at 11 a.m. I'm going to need you to do a few things for me. On the way out, I'm going to need you to like the video. On the way out, I'm going to need you to subscribe to my thing and also subscribe to Romz's thing over at Football Verbal. But don't go anywhere, yeah? Because I'm about to redirect you over to my next stream, which kicks off at 1 p.m. It's another About the Fan with none other than Liverpool fan Matt from Team Coppish. You get it? So all the Liverpool fans that are in here that want to learn a bit more, well, not just Liverpool fans, or maybe there's rivals as well, or anyone that's a fan of the Coppish lot. If you want to learn a bit more about Matt's journey as a Liverpool fan, be there at 1 p.m. because it's gonna be an interesting one. So I'm going to be redirecting you over there. Just make sure you're slapping up that like button. Even if you can't make the 1 p.m., just slap the like button and just help the stream get as big as it can. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Come on, you gun.